AMD's press release, AMD and OpenAI announced strategic partnerships to deploy the 6 gigawatts of AMD GPUs. New highlights. OpenAI to deploy the 6 gigawatts of the AMD GPU based on a 3 multi-year multi-generation agreement. Initial 1 gigabyte OpenAI development of the AMD Instinct MI450 series GPU starting into the second half of 2026. Santa Clara, California, is October 6, 2025. AMD and OpenAI today announced a 6 gigawatt agreement to power OpenAI next generation AI infrastructure across the multiple generation of the AMD Instinct GPUs. The first 1 gigawatt deployment of the AMD Instinct MI450 GPUs is set to begin in the second half of 2026. AMD's strong leadership in high performance computing systems and OpenAI pioneering the research and advancement in the generative AI places the two companies at the forefront of this important pivotal time for AI. Under the definitive agreement, OpenAI will work with the AMD and the core strategic computer partner to drive large-scale deployment of the AMD technology, starting with the AMD Instinct MI450 series and the rack-scale AI solutions, and extending to future generations. By sharing technical expertise to optimize their product roadmaps, AMD and OpenAI are deepening their multi-generational hardware and software collaboration that began with the MI300X and continued with the MI350X series. The partnership creates a true win-win for both companies, enabling very large-scale AI deployment and advancing the entire ecosystem. As part of the agreement to further align the strategic interest, AMD has issued to OpenAI a warrant for 160 billion shares of AMD common stock, and structured to vest a specific milestone are achieved. The first tranche to vest with the initial 1 gigawatt deployment, with additional tranche vesting as a purchase to scale up to 6 gigawatts. The vesting is further tied to AMD achieving the certain share price target and OpenAI achieving the technical commercial milestones required to enable AMD deployment at scale. We are thrilled to partner with OpenAI to deliver AI compute at a massive scale, said Dr. Lisa Su, Chair and CEO of AMD. And this partnership brings the best of the AMD and OpenAI together to create a true win-win, enabling the world's most ambitious AI built out and advancing their AI ecosystem. This partnership is a major step in building the compute capacity needed to realize the AI full potential, said Sam Altman, co-founder and CEO of the OpenAI. AMD leadership in high-performance chips will enable us to accelerate progress and bring the benefit of the advanced AI to everyone faster. Building the future of the AI that requires deep collaboration across every layer of the stack, said the Greg Roman, co-founder and co-president of the OpenAI, and working alongside the AMD will allow us to scale to deliver AI tools that benefit people everywhere. Our partnership with OpenAI is expected to deliver tens of billions of dollars in revenue for AMD and accelerating the OpenAI's AI infrastructure build-out, said Jean Hu, the EVP and CFO and treasurer of AMD. This agreement creates significant strategic alignment and shareholder values, and both AMD and OpenAI is expected to be higher. Aggressive, the AMD's non-GAAP earnings of the per share. Through the partnership, AMD and OpenAI are building the infrastructure to meet the world's growing AI demand by combining the world-class innovation and execution to accelerate the future of high-performance and AI computing. AMD teleconference. AMD will hold a conference call at 5 a.m. the PT at 8 a.m. the ET today to discuss today's announcement. AMD will provide a real-time audio broadcast of the teleconference on investor relations page of the website and www.amd.com. The AMD quarter financial result. We will report to the fiscal third quarter 2025 financial result on Tuesday, November 4th, 2025. After the market close, management will conduct a conference call to discuss the day's result at 5 p.m. ETD and 2 p.m. and PDT. Interested parties are invited to listen to the webcast of the conference call via the AMD Investor Relations. About AMD, for more than 55 years, AMD has driven the innovation in high-performance computing and graphics visualization technologies. Billions of people reading the Fortune 500 business and cutting-edge scientific research institutions around the world rely on AMD technology daily to improve how they live, work, and play. AMD's employees are focused on building leadership, high performance, and adaptive focus products that push the boundaries of what is possible. For more information about how the AMD is enabling today and inspiring tomorrow, visit the AMD website, blog, and LinkedIn, and Facebook, and X pages. About OpenAI. OpenAI is an AI research and development company. Our mission is to ensure the artificial general intelligence benefits all of the humanity. Forward-looking statement. This press release contained forward-looking statement to concern AMD, such as the anticipated benefit of the strategic partnership with OpenAI, the use of the current future AMD technology for large-scale AI deployment, the multi-generation hardware and software collaboration between the parties, milestone and performance-based value creation, the deployment of the 6 gigawatts of AMD Instinct GPU and the timing thereof, expected business performance result, AMD's outlook on the AI industry, and AMD's ability to accelerate the future of the high performance of the AI computing. AMD's ability to position itself to support robust future growth and drive long-term shareholder value, including the expectation that a partnership will deliver the tens of billions of dollars in revenue for AMD. That agreement to create a strategic alignment and shareholder value for the parties, and is expected to be highly accretive to AMD's non-GAAP earnings per share, the availability, timing, and the expected benefit of the AMD product, and the roadmap and the expected demand for the AMD product, all of which are made pursuant to the safe harbor provision of the Private Securities Litigation Reform Act of 1995. Forward-looking statements are commonly identified by clause words such as would, may, expect, believe, plans, stand, project, and other terms with a similar meaning. Investors are cautioned that forward-looking statements in this press release are based on current belief, assumptions, and expectations speak only as of the date of this press release and involve risk and the uncertainty that could cause actual results to differ materially from the current expectation. Such statements are subject to a certain known and unknown risk and uncertainty, many of which are difficult to predict and generally beyond the AM's control, that could cause actual result and other future events to differ materially from those expressed in or implied or projected by the forward-looking information statement, which are factors that could cause actual result to differ materially from the current expectation. include without limitation the following impact of the changes in economy or business conditions of our partners. New developments in the AI industry, a successful execution of the business strategy of AMD and its partners, competitive markets in which AMD's products are sold, the cyclical nature of the semiconductor industry, market condition of the industry in which AMD's products are sold, AMD's ability to introduce products on timely basis with expected features and performance levels, and loss of significant customers, economic and market uncertainty, quarterly and seasonal sales patterns, and AMD's ability to adequately protect this technology or other intellectual property, unfavorable currency exchange rate fluctuations, ability of third-party manufacturers to manufacture the AMD product on a timely basis and sufficient quantity and using competitive technologies, availability of essential equipment, material, substrate, or manufacturing process, and ability to achieve the expected manufacturing yield for AMD's product. AMD ability to generate revenue from its semi-custom SoC product, potential security vulnerabilities, and potential security incidents, including AI outages, data loss, data breaches, and cyber attack. Uncertainties involving the ordering of the shipment of the AMD product, AMD's reliance on third-party intellectual property to design and introduce new products, AMD's reliance on third-party companies for design, manufacture, and supply of the motherboards, software, memory, and other computer platform components. AMD reliance on Microsoft and other software vendors supported design and develop the software alone on AMD product. And AMD reliance on third-party companies design and manufacture and supply the motherboard, software, memory, and other computer platform components. AMD reliance Microsoft and other software vendors support to design and develop the software to run on AMD's product. AMD's reliance on the third-party distributor and added in more partners. Impact of modification or interruption of the AMD's internal business processes and information systems. Compatibility of AMD's end product with some or all industry standard software, hardware. Cost-related defective product efficiency of the AMD supply chain. AMD's ability to rely on the third-party supply chain, the logistics functions. AMD's ability to effectively control sales of the product and the green market. Impact of climate changes on AMD's business. Impact of the government actions and regulations such as export regulations, tariffs and trade protection measures, and licensing requirements. AMD's ability to realize its deferred tax assets, potential tax liabilities, and current future claims, and the litigation impact of the environmental laws and conflict material related provisions and other laws or regulations involving the expectation from the government, investors, customers, and other stakeholders regarding the corporate responsibility matters. Issues related to the responsible use of AI restriction imposed by the agreement governing the AMD note, the guarantee of the agilence note. The revolving the credit agreement and the GT systems credit agreement, impact of the acquisition, joint ventures and or the strategic investment, and AMD's business and AMD's ability to integrate acquired process businesses, including GT systems. AMD's ability to complete the sale of the GT systems manufacturing business, impact of any requirement of the combined company's asset, political, legal, and economic risk and natural disasters, official impairment of the technology license purchases, AMD's ability to attract and retain the qualified personnel, and AMD's stock price volatility, and investors urged to review in detail and let's uncertainty, AMD Securities and Exchange Commission filings, including but not limited to AMD's most recent report on the Form 10K and 10Q. And the next is OpenAI and AMD has announced a multi-billion-dollar partnership AMD to supply 6 gigawatts in the chips. OpenAI could get up to 10%. Sorry, OpenAI could get up to 10% of AMD shares in return, a landmark deal. OpenAI and AMD have announced a multi-billion-dollar partnership that will be the companies collaborate on AI data centers powered by AMD processors. OpenAI has committed to purchasing the 6 gigawatts of AMD chips, starting with the MI450 next year. That will be done either by purchasing the chip directly from the AMD or through a cloud computing partners. AMD CEO Lisa Su told the WSJ that the would generate tens of billions of dollars in revenue for AMD over the next 5 years. The two companies are disclosing the exact financial details of the deal. However, the AMD emphasized that each per gigawatt of the capacity is worth tens of billions of dollars. Such a possible deal is worth upwards of $60 million. In turn, OpenAI will receive a warrant for up to 160 million AMD shares, approximately 10% of the AMD, at the price of $0.01 per share, to be awarded in phases, provided an OpenAI meets deployment milestone. The warrant will be the exercise if the AMD's share price increase, although again the specifics are unclear. The deal is an enormous win for AMD and stands juxtaposed with NVIDIA's groundbreaking Intel partnership announced last month. Under the terms of the deal, NVIDIA and Intel are jointly developing the Intel x86 RTX SoCs for the PCs featuring NVIDIA graphics, as well as the custom NVIDIA data center x86 processors. The NVIDIA also received $5 million in Intel stock as part of the deal, so OpenAI will use AMD's chip for interference in order to cope with the skyrocketing demand. It's hard to overstate how difficult it's become. We wanted it super fast and it takes some time, OpenAI's Sam Altman said to WSJ. We are thrilled to partner with OpenAI to deliver AI compute at massive scale, said Dr. Lisa Su, Chair and CEO, AMD. This partnership brings the best of the AMD and OpenAI together to create a true win-win, enabling the world's most ambitious AI build-out and advancing the entire AI ecosystem. So the first deployment will be 1 gigawatt worth of the MI450 chips and scheduled for the second half of 2026. Altman said the AI build-out has reached a phase where the entire industry got to come together and everybody's going to do super well, not only on chips and data centers, but also further down the supply chain too. OpenAI has also inked a $100 billion deal with NVIDIA and will use NVIDIA investment to secure and deploy 10 gigawatts worth of the AI data centers. While the deal isn't finalized, AMD and OpenAI reportedly said this deal is definitive and plan to immediately file the requisite details with the regulators. A step has yet to happen in the NVIDIA deal. Intel allegedly in talks with AMD for potential foundry manufacturing deal. Latest rumors spin around Intel more than ever. According to the Semaphore, the company is early stock with AMD, once its biggest rival in the PC and server chip wars. After making shifts on the Intel's production lines, as a CNBC report cited by the Transforce points out, if the AMD were to use the Intel for chip production, it would be a big win for Intel Foundry's push. The report suggested such a deal would carry similar weight. AMD, a fierce competitor in x86 chips for PCs and servers, trusting the manufacturing to its biggest rival. Right now, AMD rely on a heavily TSMC for most of chip production. The report didn't say how much manufacturing AMD would do with Intel, and Reuters noted in March that NVIDIA and Broadcom were testing Intel's most advanced node, 18A, and while AMD was weighing whether the tech fits its needs. AMD isn't the only company intelligent eye. We reported last September Intel reached out to Apple to explore potential investment ways to work together more closely. The talks are described as early stage and may not lead to the deal. Meanwhile, the Wall Street Journal reported Intel also contacted TSMC and both found a rival and manufacturing partner about potential investment or the production partnership. However, Focus Taiwan says TSMC clarified that no discussion about investment or partnership have happened, despite rumors floating around the world around that the struggling chipmaker is seeking TSMC's help. Okay. Samsung and OpenAI announced a strategic partner to accelerate advanced in global AI infrastructure. The Samsung will bring together technology innovation across the advanced semiconductors, data centers, shipbuilding, cloud services, and maritime technology. The OpenAI, Samsung Electronics, Samsung SDS, Samsung CNT, and Samsung Heavy Industry today announced a letter of intent (LOI) for their strategic partnership to accelerate advancement in global AI data centers, infrastructure, and develop the future technology together in relevant fields. This offensive collaboration will bring together the collective strengths and leadership of the Samsung companies across semiconductors, data centers, and shipbuilding, and cloud services and maritime technologies. The signing ceremony was held in Samsung's corporate headquarters in Seoul, Korea, attended by the Young-hyun John, Vice President and CEO of the Samsung Electronics, and Sung-han Choi, Vice Chairman and CEO of the Samsung Heavy Industries, Se-chul Oh, President and CEO of Samsung CNT, and Jun-hee Lee, President and CEO of Samsung SDS. Samsung Electronics will work with OpenAI as a strategic memory partner to apply advanced semiconductor solutions for OpenAI's global Stargate initiative. With OpenAI, the memory demand is projected to reach up to 900,000 DRAM wafers per month. Samsung will continue to contribute toward meeting this need with its extensive lineup of high-performance DRAM solutions. As comprehensive, the semiconductor solutions provide Samsung the leading technologies span across memory, logic, and foundry with a diverse product portfolio that supports the full AI workflow from training to inference. The company also brings differentiated capabilities to advanced chip packaging to heterogeneous integration between the memory and the system semiconductors, enabling it to provide unique solutions for OpenAI. Samsung SDS has entered into a potential partnership with OpenAI to jointly develop AI data centers and provide internship AI services. So the leveraging its expertise, the advanced data center technologies. Samsung SDS will collaborate with OpenAI to design, development, and operation Our Stargate AI data center under the ROI that Samsung SDS can now provide consulting and deployment and management services for businesses seeking to integrate the OpenAI's AI models into their internal systems. In addition, Samsung SDS has signed a reseller partnership for OpenAI service in Korea and plans to support local companies in adapting the OpenAI's ChatGPT enterprise offerings. So Samsung C&T and Samsung Heavy Industries. Samsung C&T and Samsung Heavy Industry will collaborate with OpenAI to advance global AI data centers, with a particular focus on the joint development of floating data centers. The floating data centers are considered to have advantages over data centers because they can address random land scarcity and a lower cooling cost. So the technology complex has so far limited wider deployment. Building on appropriate technology, Samsung C&T and Samsung Heavy Industries will also explore opportunities to pursue projects in the floating power plants and control centers in addition to floating data center infrastructure. Starting with the landmark partnership with OpenAI, Samsung plans to fully support Korea's goal to become one of the world's top 3 nations in AI and create new opportunities in the field. So Samsung is also exploring the broader adoption of the ChatGPT with the companies to facilitate AI transformation in workplace. About OpenAI. OpenAI is an AI research and deployment company. Our mission is to ensure the artificial general intelligence benefits all of the humanity. About Samsung Electronics Company Ltd. Samsung inspired the world and shaped the future and transformative ideas and technologies. So the company is refining the world of the TV and digital signage, smartphones as wearable tablets, and home appliance and network systems, as well as the memory and system alongside Foundry. Samsung is also advancing the medical imaging technology, HVAC, solution and robotics, while creating innovative automobile and audio projects through Harman. With the smart things ecosystem's open collaboration with partners and integrate of the AI across the portfolio, Samsung delivers a seamless and intelligent connected to experience. For latest news, please visit Samsung newsroom at of the Samsung C&T Corporation is an international corporation with 4 business groups: engineering and construction, trading and investment, fashion and leisure. Together, they provide service and product in over 50 countries, starting out as a trading firm in 1938. Samsung C&T was the first company to cooperate under Samsung name. Find out Samsung about by the board about Samsung C&T and about Samsung Heavy Industries Company Ltd. Samsung Heavy Industry Company Ltd. (SHI) stands as one of the world's leading shipbuilder. Established in 1974, the company has consistently pushed the boundary of the engineering and construction, solidifying its position as top shipbuilder in South Korea, while executing a variety of projects in shipbuilding and offshore business. The company's expertise lies in engineering and procurement and construction, and delivers a wide range of vessel and offshore facilities. SHI is particularly recognized its capability in building highly technical, high value-added ships, including the LNG carrier, container ship, FPSO, and FLNG, etc. SHI is a key innovator in the industry and has a history developing shipbuilding and world-first products such as the Arctic Shuttle tanker and the FLNG. For more information, visit there. Of the Samsung SDS Company Ltd. A little in the data is computing technology. Samsung SDS combining generative AI technology with cloud and digital robotics to lead the hyper automation innovation of companies. Samsung SDS helps companies enhance their productivity and competitiveness by leveraging this Samsung Cloud Platform (SCP), optimized for enterprises, all-in-one managed services reflecting 40 years of the industry-specific experience and SaaS SaaS solutions for system business innovations. Additionally, Samsung S provide global integrated logistics service based on the digital freight forwarding platform Cello Scale to improve the efficiency of logistics operation and to support data-based decision making. Okay. Thank you.